Welcome back everybody to another LEGO Star Wars video. In today's video I've got my pros and cons video review of the LEGO Star Wars 7528051st Legion Clone Troopers Battle Pack. So yeah, I've done this kind of series a little bit. I did it back in January of 2020 with the Winter Wave with a couple of those sets when I got them a little bit early. I got them about a week early or so, and technically for the US, I did get this about 2 weeks early. Other countries have been having it for about a week or two, but for the US and for my sake, it is early, so I figured I would do one and kind of give you guys my honest opinion on it. I built one of them. I do have quite a few other ones. I'm actually giving away a couple as well. Definitely go check out yesterday's video and my Instagram as well. I'm giving away one over there also. So yeah, let's get into it, guys. I've got some pros, I've got some cons, and I'll kind of give you my overall review. Won't make it too long. This is not like a 100% review. Again, it's just kind of pros and cons. I won't really go too into detail with everything, but let's start off, guys, with some of the pros, I guess. One of them, I guess, we have 3 of the same trooper. At the end of the day, getting 3 of the same 501st Trooper in this set is ideal. I'm glad that they didn't, skip out and only did, 1 of each or even 2 of them. I think 3 of them is the perfect amount to, really, if you're going to buy multiple of these, increments of 3, I think is, of course, better than increments of 2. And at the end of the day, you technically do have a 4th 501st Trooper with this Jet Trooper here, which is a nice addition. Kind of adds a little bit of variety to your 501st collection, as you're going to be getting the rest of them anyway. So that's definitely a pro in my opinion. And then I guess kind of to go with the minifigure, selection is, 2 droids. I mean, it's cool that they added them in there. Again, at the end of the day, I'll get into a couple cons involving, kind of everything here. But the droids, for what it's worth, it is a pretty good pro that, if they were to make this set and, being how they did it, 2 battle droids, of course, are welcome on the side there. They're not the most valuable, but, for kids and just in general to have a little extra value in here, 2 battle droids, of course, will go up against your clone army quite well. So there's 2 pros offhand. And then let's move on to a couple cons right here. So I think the first one and the big one here is both vehicles are overscale, of course. If you compare it to, in-universe, I mean, the ATRT is massive. Hypothetically, in universe, the minifigures, it's pretty much supposed to be the same height as the ATRT. Pretty much like, right where, the top of the legs kind of go. This entire upper part is it's massive. I mean, even if this were, down, folded down and put the legs down, I mean, the guy wouldn't even be able to get in there without, pulling out a 6-foot ladder and getting up there. So, definitely overscaled there. And of course, the speeder bike at the end of the day, I mean, there's a little bit more room for, air, I guess, here. The speeder bike, of course, you're not going to be able to get the legs posed, and it is, overscaled, as in, the minifigure, is kind of sitting there weird. It is overscaled, a little bit long, a little bit big. Not really width-wise, though, I got to say, but, definitely more so kind of the length-wise. Of course, it is very long. Regular speeder bikes, a hair shorter, and of course, just a little bit more of a sleeker design. This is sleek, but again, it's also just, about 4 or 5 studs too long, in my opinion. So that's definitely one con there, in my humble opinion, that both vehicles are overscale. But, I see why LEGO did it. But I guess let's move on to another con is this set could have been done in many different ways. This 501st Legion Clone Trooper Battle Pack could have been done, of course, in a $15 battle pack range, with only 1 of these and just the 4 clones. It could have been done with, this entire setup right here, but, both of these, under scale or, regular scale, and maybe make it a $25 set. There was at least, half dozen ways that they could have done this set, for $30 or under, and still accomplished it very well. So I think that's one con, that they could have done this a little bit different, and in my opinion, a little bit better. Again, for what it is, I do like this. It's for $30. It is a good value, but again, there's so many ways they could have done this a little bit different, in my opinion. So let's move on to a pro, I guess, which that kind of goes into it. $30 is a very good value for this set for what you're getting. About 300 parts. You're right around that 10 cents per piece if you follow that. You do have 2 vehicles. You have 6 minifigures. And honestly, for your $30, and especially if you start getting it for 10% off or even the 5% off over a Target, red card, you're getting it for $28, $24. Definitely, this is going to be a very good deal of a set. Which that's why people are saying this might not be a set you find on sale that often, but we'll have to wait and see on that one. Then let's move on to a couple more cons, guys. I have 2 more. The next one being the 501st Troopers. In my opinion, could have used some arm printing or some blue arms. I think either of them, would have worked wonders. They did blue arms on the Jet Trooper. I don't know why they didn't just throw them over here on the regular 501st. But in my opinion, again, the white hips is one thing. But for Lego, I think they could have done at least blue arms, if not some printed arms for them. Since I do feel like they look a little plain. It is 501st clones, and I feel like they're not supposed to have that much white on them. Again, it's white and blue, so it's a 501st clone, but I just feel like for some reason it looks a little off, that there's so much more white on the figure than blue. But there's definitely one con in my opinion. And then I think the last con, which I have a feeling everyone can agree with me on this, which actually I will just take you guys over here and compare pretty much what I'm talking about, is I do have a couple of these older ATRTs, the 501st ATRTs. I have 3 of them over here. And this last con for me is the stud shooter gun on the new ATRT. So, and actually, wow, I never even realized that, wow, that older one is a lot bigger. I gotta say, I do like this, even though it's bigger, and I was just talking about scale. Wow, now that I just finally put these next to each other, I like this one a whole lot more. This one is a lot better, but for what it is over here, again, if you guys see what I mean, that stud shooter gun, even though it swivels all around, that thing just looks pathetic. It's definitely something that I feel like people will be modding out and putting something. If they put this gun on that, maybe a little bit shorter, there you go. That would have been perfect. So I don't know why they went with that one, but they did what they did. But there is the last con in my opinion. And then I guess for the last pro on my little list over here to my right is I did put a 501st battle pack is a 501st battle pack. It's a pro at the end of the day that we got this set. At all. Of course, they did it a little bit weird as I was saying, but I'm still thankful that they did this. Overall, and I feel like everyone else is going to be happy. Again, especially when we start finding this for, the $24 and half off, no one can complain at that point. $15, $20 for what you get here, it's phenomenal value. And, again, the few minor things. Of course, people probably won't be using this ATRT and this speeder bike in their mocks. They're really getting it for the figure. So I expect to see a lot of these for sale probably, the speeder and ATRT. But other than that, though, guys, that's pretty much my honest opinion on the 75280 501st Legion Clone Troopers Battle Pack. I want to thank you guys all for watching. Leave your pros and cons down below. Do you guys have the set yet? If you guys don't, definitely enter my giveaways. And I'll see you guys all tomorrow's videos. Bye, guys. Stay safe. 5% off on your next LEGO purchase. Be sure to use code LIFEBrick. That's capital LIFE at republicbricks.com for 5% off your next order. We'll pretty much pay for your shipping or get you a couple dollars off. They sell old Lego minifigures, sets, mystery boxes, and more. I've got a couple of videos on my channel showing the products, so be sure to use code LIFEBrick on your next order for 5% off.